This is every cube is a different Hogwarts house in The Sims 4. So we're going to go ahead and take these little rooms right here and do my spin on what I think each of the houses should look like. We obviously are going to have Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor. And we're going to start with this one right here, and we're going to go ahead and do Gryffindor. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and do this nice red paneling. And I think I'm going to pair it with these really nice dark floors. This probably is going to be the theme for like pretty much all the rooms, just different colors, obviously, for each house. And then let me go ahead and line this back wall right here with some of these bookcases. I have to slightly alt place them so they don't clip as much. Put one right here, and then another one right there. And then we'll place this rug in the center, and then sofa number 1. And sofa number 2. Oh, and then I really like the idea of this circle table right in the center with the lovely flowers on top. We're gonna do pillow, 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 and then pillow, pillow, pillow. And then in the center of this wall, let's put this really beautiful fireplace with a little clock and some sconces on both sides. Oh, and then this mirror right here is perfect. It's giving like Gryffindor sleigh. I honestly feel like this mirror is beautiful. So let's add this next to the fireplace. Of course, a lion to give all that Gryffindor vibes. And maybe this nice little bench at the end of the rug just to give some additional seating space as well. Obviously, you have to add like a really pretty plant in the corner. And then I'm going to add this additional seating area behind the sofa. Now, I assume that there's probably a lot of space in front of this. We can just pretend that there's just a whole room in front of it as well. And then we will finish off this little corner right here with a lovely table with the candle on top of it. And then I think last but not least for this room, I want to put these really beautiful gold candelabras on both sides of the bookcase. And then here we have our first common room space decorated up. It's definitely giving Gryffindor for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, we are now on to our next room right here, and I'm going to go ahead and do Hufflepuff. So to get started, let's go ahead and do these really cute yellow panels. And then a similar vibe for the floors, but we're just going to go ahead and do this lighter wood version. Ooh, and then I like the idea of putting this fireplace right here with a couple of plants on top to get us started. Oh my gosh, this mirror right here is serving. And then I really like this yellow floral rug, so we'll place that in the center of our room. We'll do sofa number 1, and then sofa number 2. And then obviously in the center, we'll place this coffee table with a plant on top. Pillow, pillow, pillow. Boopity doppity doop. And then I feel like this bookshelf right here is going to look perfect right behind our sofa. And then I actually really like these lamps right here, so I'm going to place these on either sides of the fireplace. And then just on this opposite side over here, I'm going to add this table with some candles and a plant on top. And then obviously we have to go ahead and add the matching little cabinet to go with it as well. And then I absolutely love these chairs right here, so I'm going to place one on both sides of our table. And then let's go ahead and place another table on either side with some plants on top. Grab this plant and also mirror it onto this side too. And then, ooh, this right here is stunning. Let's go ahead and add her. And then I'm going to grab this plant right here and place these in both of the corners. Now to size it up, just do the right bracket key. And then I'm just going to twist it a couple of times, make it look a little bit fuller. And we'll do the same over here as well. Cute. We'll add another little plant razzle dazzle over on that side. And then why not? Let's put some plants right here and also right here. Honestly, this Hufflepuff one kind of eats. I really, really, really like this. All right, now we are ready for our next Harry Potter common room. Let's go ahead and do this one right here. And we're going to do my house, which is Slytherin. We're going to go for a darker aesthetic and use this lovely dark green for our walls. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use the same dark wood floor that I have in the Gryffindor common room. And then let's just go ahead and place this fireplace in the center of the wall. I love all the candles. And this right here kind of gives gothic vibes to me. I don't know. It's definitely giving Slytherin sleigh. Ugh, my God. The things I would do for this antiqued mirror in real life is crazy. And then let's go ahead and add this rug in the center from the Woodland Ranch collection. And then we'll, of course, add the sofa set that I collaborated with Charlie Pancakes on. Pillow, pillow, pillow. And then pillow, pillow, pillow. And I'm going to add this really beautiful square coffee table with the lovely white flowers on top of it. And then I'm going to put this bookshelf right in the back corner. That looks so good. And then I personally really like chess, so I'm going to add this chess table with these super gothic high back chairs next to it. Then we might as well add the beautiful plant over to the corner of the fireplace. And then I personally find these skeleton candelabras stunning, so I'm going to add those to both sides of the mirror and fireplace. And then as you can see, I have this chair in real life, so let's just go ahead and put another seating moment right next to our sofas in the center of the rug as well. And then we'll top this area off with a table with some flowers in between, almost as another conversation section. And then to finish off this space, we're just going to add a candelabra on both sides of the bookshelf as well. And then here's just a quick little view of what this Slytherin house turned out looking like. I think this is honestly beautiful, and it kind of matches my decor in real life, so slay for that. Now on to our last room of our Hogwarts houses. So this one right here is going to be, of course, the lovely Ravenclaw. We're going to do these nice light blue paneled walls. And then let's just go ahead and copy over the light floors like this. And then in the center of this wall, we're going to do the Empire fireplace with this beautiful, beautiful matching mirror. And then, ooh, I really like the shape of this rug right here. So let's put it right in the center of our room. And then although these are kind of smaller love seats, I feel like this matches the aesthetic I want to go for. So we're going to put these on either side of the rug. And then we will place the circular coffee table right in the center with these beautiful vases on top. And then just because I feel like it makes sense, we're going to add a chess table to the back of this too. And then although not functional, I feel like these chairs right here are absolutely beautiful and they match the aesthetic of the room perfectly. And then in this back corner right here, I feel like I really enjoy the idea of putting a piano. So let's all place it against the wall. And then I have no idea who this lady is right here, but in my opinion, it's kind of just giving Ravenclaw, so let's go for it. And then this is a really beautiful piece of furniture, so let's just kind of put this behind the sofa. And then I'm going to place this really beautiful candelabra right on top of this table to go with it. And then I feel like this right here is a perfect place to put a plant. And then I actually love the idea of putting a desk in this room, so let's just post it right across from the rug right there. Now I'm going to be a little tiny bit lazy, and in this back corner, I'm going to put this bookshelf. I don't necessarily like it, but I feel like it matches the aesthetic pretty well, so we'll just go ahead and add that. And then I really like this statue, and I feel like this is the perfect place to put it in this corner. And then I feel like just to perfect this space, let's just add a couple of candelabras as well. I'll put one right here. And then let's go ahead and put another one on this side as well. And then as you can see, we are all finished with our Ravenclaw common room. I feel like this turned out elegant, beautiful, and slay. And then as you can see, we are all finished with all of our common rooms. Let's just go ahead and do a quick little tour. So right down here, we of course have the Gryffindor common room with our red sleighs and just a little bit of gold touches right in here. And then of course for our next room, we have Hufflepuff, which is just filled with a bunch of greenery and plants and just a lot of earthy tones. Then on this top section, we have what is my house, which is Slytherin. So it's just a little bit more of a gothic feel and just has a little bit more of a darker aesthetic to it. And then last but not least, to give a little bit of a royal vibe, here's what we have for our Ravenclaw common room, which I think turned out really, really pretty in my opinion. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun doing these, and of course make sure to let me know what Harry Potter common room house you would be in, and make sure to like, follow, subscribe, share, all that stuff, and I guess we'll have to see what we do next time in The Sims 4.